DePaul recently issued its annual crime report detailing crime on and around the two campuses. It comes as crime continues to be a problem near DePaul and throughout the city. I talked to students and safety officials about this problem. Crime. It's a word that's become synonymous with Chicago. It's a reality that comes with living in the city. Just last month, the city surpassed 500 homicides this year alone, and yet that's actually an improvement from previous years. According to Chicago police data, shootings are down 19% and murders are down 15%. The lure of attending university in Chicago draws students to DePaul from all over the world, but they quickly realize that both the Loop and Lincoln Park campuses are not immune from this crime. Just last week, DePaul Public Safety released the 2022 Safety and Security Information Report. According to the report, 2 rapes occurred on the Lincoln Park campus last year. On the same campus, 2 robberies occurred directly on campus and 8 occurred in close proximity. Here on the Loop campus, 13 robberies and 11 aggravated assaults occurred within close proximity. 2 aggravated assaults occurred actually on campus. And behind me at that 7-Eleven is where DePaul student Max Cortez became a victim of aggravated assaults.
But honestly, that just ruined my whole idea of DePaul, and I got a lot of support and stuff, but that just made me never want to go to school again.
Cortez described the assaults.
And there was a guy there, he was asking me if I could buy him a cigar. And I was sorry, I don't really have money. And I just kept walking. And then I guess he had some bag. It was soft, but it was very big. So I think he had a blanket in there maybe and some other stuff. And basically he just whipped me with it.
Cortez was not seriously injured, but quickly contacted both DePaul Public Safety and the Chicago Police as the man began to attack other people.
And then the same guy's at the 7-Eleven, and he's hitting people with his hands, with his bag, whatever. And it's more students, and some of them were just getting so scared they actually just ran instead of going to get help or going to class. They literally just darted it into random alleys, and it was kind of dangerous because there was full traffic on State Street, and there was moments where he was kind of bombarding people in the crosswalk, kind of forcing them to go into live traffic.
Another concern for many students, especially commuters, is violence on the CTA. In August, a man was stabbed on the Fullerton Red Line just steps from DePaul's campus. Days later, another man was attacked with a glass bottle and robbed on the Red Line. Incidents such as these have encouraged DePaul to create other, safer forms of transportation. These include a shuttle bus between the two campuses and minivans, which students can reserve to drive them from the Lincoln Park campus to some nearby locations. Director of Public Safety Bob Wachowski discusses his concerns about DePaul students safely riding on the CTA.
In public transit is always a concern for the students. What we recommend is, during high traffic times, it's a little easier because all trains obviously crowded in that. But if students are traveling later, the trains aren't that crowded, to be safe while they're riding public transportation, it can take a few things. One of the first things that the thieves are looking for a lot on that time is the cell phones, and don't use them while you're riding public transportation or while you're standing on a platform, because the thieves see those cell phones and they're easy for them to take from you and sell. The other thing is, if you do have to be on the CTA late at night or when there's not a lot of people on it, try to ride in the first car where you actually got the person who's operating the train, help is over there. It's just safer things. And if you see something that doesn't, look right, head toward that first car, get off the train. It's better to be prepared. And I always say this, and it can be applied for anything that you're looking at. Have a plan. If something is going to happen, have thought through it. What would you do in certain situations? Because if you're prepared, you're more than likely to get out of it and be okay, whereas if you're not prepared.
He also explained the new transportation options being offered to DePaul students who don't favor taking the CTA.
The minivan operates at the Lincoln Park campus. Both of the vans pull out from behind Student Center, and they run it in the evening hours. And the minivan will take students home to their off-campus residency within certain boundaries, and those boundaries are listed. They've also worked hard with the transportation companies to get trackers on there where the students can track them. And all that information is on the website. The shuttle is also in the evening time, and that runs between both campuses. And the pickup spot is outside of the Paul Center for the Loop campus over there in that area. And then in behind Student Center. And I would encourage students, it is a good, safe ride. You're on the bus with other students and possibly some faculty and staff to take advantage of both of those.
DePaul Public Safety encourages all students to use these services, remain aware of your surroundings at all times, and report any suspicious activity to public safety or the Chicago Police Department. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Alyssa Gomez.